Do you have some old barn wood? Something you know is amazing underneath all the dirt and grime and dust and spider webs and all the things, and you want to build a table or a desk or some shelves or maybe even a centerpiece or a dining room table, hint hint. And you want to bring that wood back to life, but you're not sure how to do it. You've seen multiple products out there, but not sure which one is the right one. Well, today I'm here to tell you our furniture salve is the one for that project. In this next episode of Salve Everything, we're going to go through just how to take old barn wood and turn it into something brand new. So if that's something you're interested in, stay tuned today on Wise Owl Paint Party. Okay, so what do you need to turn this old barn wood into something beautiful? And as you can see, as I hinted towards, this is going to be the centerpiece to a dining room table or some centerpiece to a table somewhere, depending on how you want to use it, or candles. And I have a friend of mine who actually made these and asked if I could go ahead and salve them to make them beautiful, to bring them back to life. So we're going to have spots for candles that are going to go in here, and you'll see that in the finished product at the end of this video. But what do you need to take this old, dried, dirty looking thing and make it something that's beautiful that someone's going to want to buy and put on their dining room table or a shelf somewhere in their house? First and foremost, you're going to need some sandpaper, because you're going to want to just soften the edges a little bit. Anytime you have some old wood like this, you're going to have splinters and all that kind of stuff. So you want to soften the edges. You don't want to take the edges down completely, because you want to continue to have that aged look. So this is a 100-plus-year-old barn wood from a barn that he found, and it actually has the axe marks still in it, which we don't want to take away from. So we're going to leave all that in there, but we are going to just give it a light sanding across the top. In addition to that, you're going to want to use a blower or a air compressor to blow out any dust and dirt and all the different cracks and crevices that you can, just to make sure you get as much of it out as possible before you get to salving. Then next, you're going to need some salve and one of our 2-inch premium Wise Owl brushes. And with salve, we have a ton of different scents, or if you're someone that's not sure, especially if you're going to sell something like this, if you're not sure what kind of scent your clientele might like, you can use the unscented hemp salve. Both are the same. The unscented hemp salve is actually food grade, so you can use it on butcher block. So if you are building, butcher block out of some old wood, you can go ahead and use the unscented hemp salve as well. Today we're using the Botanist, and again, our 2-inch palm. I'm going to take this guy outside, sand it down smooth, and we're going to come back and we're going to work on brushing this on, wiping it off. So you're going to need some shop towels as well, or lint-free microfiber cloth, whichever you'd like to use to buff it off with. But we'll come back, we'll brush this on. I'll show you how this is just going to change right before your eyes. It's amazing. It's really going to revitalize this wood. It's going to clean it too, which is amazing. And just make it ready for that beautiful centerpiece, the candles to go in. And I'll have all the pictures just to show you the final little before and after action and everything, just so you can see how much of a change that does take place. All right, so I've taken this outside, sanded it down. I actually used 150. You might not need to use that low of a grit. It just depends on how much you want to sand it down. But as I mentioned, when you're using this older barn wood kind of style, you probably don't want to sand it smooth. You want to leave some of the ridges and just some of the amazing character that you find in wood like this. Like I said, there's some actual axe chop marks all through this thing where you can see, just how they did it back in the day. It's just really cool. Another great reason to use this kind of old barn wood, just reuse it, not let it just die and go to waste. And with our salve, it's really going to bring it back to life and give it another 100 years to live as something new, rather than decaying out in a field somewhere, which is where this was a little bit ago. So now we're going to actually do the salving process. So this is what it looks like. you can see it's a little dirty, so a little dusty. I actually vacuumed it off really good, as best I could. So salving is going to do a multiple of things. It's going to revitalize the wood. It's going to clean the wood. It's going to seal the wood. It's going to do all these things all in one step. So that's why, again, the salve is just amazing for this particular Salve Everything video and what we're doing with it today. So I have my 2-inch palm brush, and it's just going to be this easy. You're going to be like, that's all I got to do? This is all you have to do. So we're going to get my 2-inch palm. I'm going to get a little bit of salve on there, and I'm going to just start brushing away, and you're going to watch it change right before your very eyes. From that dingy, dirty wood to this beautiful golden, I'm not even sure if this is oak. I'm not really sure. He didn't tell me the exact kind of wood this is, but I mean, just look at that. Just from one little pass of my brush, and it smells amazing. This is Botanist, and it's amazing. All of them are amazing, but this one is next level amazing. So, and we're just gonna brush this on and across, all the way across. And you can see, you know, the spots which is dirt and stuff, just kind of disappear and become beautiful again. And it's gonna add some moisture back to the wood. It's gonna clean the wood. It's going to revitalize the wood. It's going to protect it and just totally change the overall appearance from what it was over here. We're going to bring this guy over. You can kind of see the before and after. It's pretty remarkable when you look at it side by side like that. So for this old wood like this, you're just going to continue to apply it all the way around, and you're going to wipe off if you feel like it's necessary. With this older wood like this, it's probably going to absorb it like a sponge, and it may need a second coat depending on, you know, what you're trying to do with it. And you may not even need to wipe anything back, because it's really just going to go right down into it. Gonna make that sound effect and everything. It's just really gonna absorb down into it and want to be a part of the wood. So there might not be a whole lot to even wipe off. So it's not quite the same as some other applications, because the wood is so dry, because it's older wood, that there's not gonna be as much to wipe off. So I'm just gonna go around. And again, it's just this easy. I mean, I was going kind of slow because I wanted to show you the dramatics of it. But I mean, you really don't need to take your time with it at all. You just slap it on, brush it in, wipe it off. And I would say, you know, give it a day, maybe. See if it still looks a little dry, and then do another application if you feel like you need to. With this older wood, like I mentioned before, you might need to do 2, maybe 3 coats, depending on what you're trying to get the wood to look like. And that is all there's to it. I just took this 100-year-old barn wood that my friend took out of literally off of a barn that was out in the field, that he got the wood out of, and he made this beautiful candle holder. It's going to go be a centerpiece to somebody's mantle or tabletop or something like that. And we brought back all the years of life. I mean, look at that. Look how cool that is. You can see the chop marks and a couple nails stapled in and through there, the knots, the lines, the everything. It's just really cool. So this is how you do it. And then you're gonna take, again, your shop towel, and you're just gonna gently wipe over the top, wipe out any excess you have. So there's not a lot, again, because this is old barnwood. Just gonna wipe it back, go all the way around, do the same thing. And of course, this is old barnwood, so just be careful you're not driving through and getting splinters through your hand. I might know that from experience from when I did the sample board of this. Look down in the cracks. If there's any of those axe marks like that, you get down in there. There might be some puddling of some of the salve. You're going to go all the way around. And there you have it. That's all there is to it. It's pretty cool. I'm actually going to shoot another video of one of the other ones really close in where I'm not talking. I'm probably just going to brush it on and show it in the video. That way you can see, you know, just close up how amazing this stuff is and how it just changes the wood, brings it back to life, makes it brand new. Okay, so I decided to do a quick up close version. So you can kind of see we're using our furniture salve in the Botanist. Again, using a 2-inch palm brush, which is the best one to use when you are salving. So again, I'm going to go through this quicker than the first video. It's just going to be this easy, folks. You just brush this stuff on. In the first video, I kind of did it a little slower for dramatic effect, but it's literally going to be this easy. And just to repeat, if it's older wood, it might absorb and soak it all up, and you might need to do a couple coats. Just absolutely incredible. Cleans, deodorizes, seals, protects, does all of these things all in this one step. If you have some cracks and crevices, be sure you jab down in there real good to ensure you get some salve in there. Now, this is all there is to it. I'm just going to flip this guy around. Just keep going all the way around this board, bring back just all that, the beautiful, I mean, hopefully you can see it better now. I mean, how cool is that? It has the axe marks in there where they chopped this wood, and this is how they made this barn. This is absolutely incredible. This is the engineering that went into building buildings back in the day where you didn't have the technology and all the things that we have now to come up with a board like this. It's just absolutely beautiful, and I just thought it was really cool that my friend, who's into, you know, bringing old stuff back to life and upcycling it, took these and he's using this salve, and I had him give me a few to show y'all how to do it, because it's just, I mean, too easy, too cool, brings it back to life, does all the things. And for me, someone who believes in, you know, like not throwing stuff away, just breathing new life into it. I mean, a lot of what I do is paint furniture that's, you know, either older or lost its use because somebody doesn't like the way it looks, you know, and this is, you know, along that same line of things. You know, this old wood would have just died and decayed out in the middle of a field somewhere had not somebody gone and pulled it up and made something new out of it. And there you have it. Just like that. That's all there is to it, folks. Again, I used the Botanist 2-inch palm, brush on. I'm going to take my shop towel and go back over any spots where I feel like I need to. I'm going to wipe off. And with it being so old, it absorbs like a sponge, so you can see there's not a lot of just wet areas at all whatsoever. And then in probably a day or so, I'll come back and I'll look to see if it still looks like this, or if it looks super, super dry. If it does, then I'll do another coat. And usually I would say 2 to 3 coats for wood that is this old will get you the desired result, to get you what you want. And there you have it. We brought this old barn wood back to life. And again, my friend took one long board, cut it up, drilled holes, and then we've put these little glass candle holders with candles down in there. And voila, you got this really beautiful centerpiece to a mantle or a tabletop or anything like that. It's made from old wood that otherwise would have just sat and rotted out in the middle of a field somewhere. So it's just another cool thing about salve is, you know, we could bring it back to life. So not only did we clean it, We revitalized it. We've now protected it, and it smells absolutely amazing. Today we use the Botanist, one of my favorites, with our 2-inch palm. We brushed it on, we wiped it off, and walk away, leave it for a day, come back and see if you need to add a little bit more. If you do, if it looks dry, add a little more until it looks beautiful like this. And once you're done, it will seal and protect for a year or two until you need to reapply or know, hey, it's starting to look a little dry. It might need a little bit more salve. And at that point, you can try a different scent. You go unscented, you can do whatever you want. So if you want to try this, please contact your local retailer near you to find the salve and the brush. And if you have any trouble finding a local retailer, I'll put in a link down below how to find the one nearest you. And this is the first of many new Salve Everything videos coming. So I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share, and be on the lookout for more Salve Everything videos. Hope everybody has a blessed day, and as always, happy painting.